Hello and welcome back to Doodle Time. I've been rewatching Naruto lately. It's one of my personal favorite animes out there. I know that may be a bit cliche. It's kind of one of the most common animes that people refer to, aside from like Dragon Ball or One Piece. Guilty as charged. I like those too. So I guess I'm just kind of a basic bitch when it comes to anime. But you know what? I've been enjoying Naruto, and it just kind of inspired me to draw the Naruto cast, And I just recently watched the part where Naruto and Sasuke had their big angry slap fight, where they both went 100% all out, pinching, prodding, poking, kicking, and biting each other out of sheer anger. And Sasuke did win that fight. Spoiler alert, he did end up actually completely decimating Naruto's testicles and taking one of his kidneys before Naruto fainted from both blood loss and pain. But I wanted to draw something a bit more dynamic. I haven't really drawn a scene in any of these Doodle Time episodes. So I wanted to draw them in the heat of battle. And a little indigestion there. Had an ice cream sandwich. Sorry about that. But you got Naruto doing his classic Rasengan, and you're probably wondering why he has one massive index finger over here. And I can assure you it's not because I started drawing a hand and it didn't turn out very well, which is the reason. But the lore-friendly reason is that he was practicing the Rasengan with Jiraiya, and Jiraiya made him a deal. He said, each time you fail, I'm going to take a finger or a toe. Until you get it right, you're going to keep losing appendages. Now, Naruto failed, unfortunately, 14 times. So he lost all of his toes and 4 of his fingers on his left hand. And he was left with just one index finger. So, of course, when they got back to the village, the medical corps, they did what they could for him. And Jiraiya felt bad. He didn't want Naruto to be seen as a bigger outcast than he already is. So he decided, hey, you know what? You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to turn that one little finger into one massive finger. And then no one's going to think anything, no one's going to think twice about it. And it really doesn't draw that much attention. If you were walking around with a big old index finger and someone was staring at it, you could be like, hey, I was just practicing the Rasengan out in the field over there, and, well, this is the fruit of my labor. This is the result. Then you got Sasuke over here with his angry red eyes. He's tracking Naruto's movements. He's funneling his hate down through his entire body. And he's shooting off a Chidori off the tip of his finger over here. Now, understandably, the Chidori is pretty powerful jutsu. And Sasuke shouldn't be using it willy-nilly, but he is so riled up and angry over the fact that Naruto scuffed his favorite white shorts that he's willing to kill Naruto on the spot. And, he's also a little embarrassed. A lot of that anger is being funneled through the fact that he did make a little poopsie-oopsie in the heat of battle. So, on the back end of this, there's a nice brown splotch that is quite embarrassing for him, but he's keeping his back to Naruto as much as he can so he doesn't have to face the music, because Naruto would very obviously make fun of his poo-poo stain. Sasuke being the more emo, angry man of the Naruto cast, he is prone to swearing. So he is telling Naruto to, quote, give yourself a fuck, knucklehead, which is actually taken right from the beginning pilot episode of Naruto. It's actually the first thing Sasuke says to him. And, that really sets the tone for the show, I feel like. It really lets you know what you're in for. That Sasuke, he's a man who is willing to hurt others to get what he wants. And he continues to do that. But you know what? I don't want to focus just on the two main characters. There's a lot of main characters in Naruto that deserve some spotlight. I think we want to move on to, let's do Sakura, Now Sakura gets kind of a bad rep, she's the emotional one. She cries a lot. She sweats a lot. She's known to barf under pressure. But there's nothing wrong with being emotional, and she has a good reason for being emotional. Not a lot of people know that the main reason she cries in spits up everywhere all the time isn't actually because of Sasuke. It's because of a horrible trauma she endured when she was a child. She actually snuck up behind her grandma by accident. They were on the second story of their little house. Sakura found a cool beetle out in the field, and she was just so excited to show that beetle off. She thought that her grandma, who was 89 at the time, would love to see it. Unfortunately, to Sakura's surprise, she did not realize that her grandma was deathly afraid of beetles, and it scared her grandma so bad that she actually fell out the window and landed in the power lines below, and she just fried like a Christmas goose. I mean, imagine a turkey stuffed with 100 firecrackers. That is what the grandma was doing up on that, up in those electrical wires. She was just frying, dying, screaming. Horrible sight. And Sakura never actually got over that. You know, she tried, but unfortunately, the trauma was too intense. I guess, you know, I understand that, because, you know, if I watched my grandmother get fried alive in the electrical wires by my home, I'd probably have trouble sleeping that night. I think the next night I'd be okay, but definitely at least take 24 hours to fully get over that. Sakura's got very nice hair. You know, her and Ino are always competing over each other's hair. Sakura has absolutely fantastic pink hair. Really jealous of it, actually. You know, I once dyed my hair pink, and unfortunately I used too much bleach, and it did cause me to not only go permanently bald, but to have horrible skin burns. The doctor said it was the worst skin burns they've ever seen, and that I should probably go hide under a bridge for 3 years until my skin fully heals. Which I did do. I did hide under a bridge because my scalp was horrible to look at. It looked like, you know, if you took a baby's butt, just the butt, and you microwaved that on high for like 30 minutes, and then you tossed that into a sewage plant, and the toxic waste in there mutated it. That is what my forehead looked like. So, absolutely, if you could picture that, that is what happened. It was horribly tragic. Sakura, you know, she's got some nice lips. She's got some luscious lips here. You know, now I don't like the stereotype that, you know, girls have to be pretty, that they have to use makeup. But Sakura, you know, she's kind of a one-note pony. You know, she's kind of your stereotypical female, I should say. You know, likes makeup, likes ponies, likes boys. You know, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes that's just kind of the way things go. You know, you turn out being just a little more one note than people give you credit for, but that's okay. Oh, oopsie. Now, there's actually a deleted episode of Naruto that not many people know about, where Sakura actually corners Sasuke and says, "If you don't marry me, I'm gonna kill your dog." Now, Sasuke had a dog named Bingo, and Bingo was Sasuke's pride and joy, his absolutely favorite dog. And, you know, that dog was everything to Sasuke. You know, Sasuke lost his entire clan, but that was nothing compared to Bingo. Bingo was a little labradoodle, and Sakura knew how to get what she wants. So her plan was, hey, you know what? I'm going to kill your dog if you don't marry me. And they actually did end up getting married. And I believe the deleted episode was episode 2 of the series. And they actually ended up, you know, getting a horrible divorce the next day. It was a one-day marriage. Very much a shotgun wedding. A lot of screaming, a lot of blaming. It was pretty tragic, you know. Oops. Now, Sakura's all for tanning, you know. She believes staying tan is the only real way to retain one's beauty. So she makes it very apparent that she is someone who will tan all day, every day. Because the more golden and crispy you are, the more respect you're gonna attain. So for anyone out there who's maybe as pasty as a ghost, and you want more respect, I suggest just buying at least 20 gallons, maybe 20 industrial drums of spray-on tan, and just sitting in that for 24 hours, and that will permanently change your skin into the nice golden brown you're looking for. And you'll actually never have to tan out in the sun again, because you'll be just completely and permanently tan for the rest of your life. That's solved all your problems. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is, you know, I shouldn't even be talking because I'm as pasty as can be. It's embarrassing, you know. I walk down the sidewalk and the sun hits me, and it's like a magnifying glass, you know. That ray of light just reflects right off my bare, naked, nasty, pale body right into the oncoming windshield of passerbys. You know, I cause car wrecks when I walk around because I'm so goddamn pasty. But yeah, there's Sakura. And you know what? I think we're gonna finish this episode off with Kakashi, their sensei. Kakashi, you know, he is a cool dude. He is the definition of keeping cool under pressure. You know, he is a man who just knows how to keep calm. Now, he does have a downfall, which is he likes to read smut. You know, he likes reading anything that involves BDSM, sexual torture, really into the gritty stuff. You know, he's always reading those books around Team 7, around those kids, and you know, I personally don't condone it, but you know, I also can't control what he reads. So, you know, the other shinobi have talked to him about it. They're like, Kakashi, you know, you can't be reading books with the title Big Saggy Titty Adventure in front of your team. You know, that's setting a bad precedent for us jonin. Now, Kakashi, you know, he's been around the block for a while. He just he's kind of a man who gives 0 Fs. He just doesn't care. You know, he's here to do one thing, and that's to read his dirty books and to have a good time. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that necessarily. You know, he might have a you know, not the best tasted books, but you know what? Everyone reads something a little different. You know, before he used to read all those ooey gooey romance novels with the horribly explicit sex scenes, he was really into motocross, and he would always ride his sweet old dirt bike around the village, and you know, he used to be a motorhead, but you know, ever since he hit that kid with his dirt bike, and the kid and the bike both instantaneously combusted, he gave up riding motocross forever and decided, hey, I'm just gonna read books, and that's okay. You know, you could respect him for having a change of life there. He's a cool dude, so we'll say his headband's just cool. That way you know he's cool. His other eye is supposed to be hidden, but you know, he's kind of having a hold up. Whoa, he's having a bad hair day. He's always wearing his mask, you know. He's always got his mask on. There we go. There's actually an episode where you know, they lift his mask to see what's under there, and believe it or not, it's actually not a big set of lips or a big set of teeth. It's actually you know, they lift the mask and it turns out to be Vince Vaughn. It was actually Vince Vaughn the whole time was Kakashi. It was a huge upset for the fan base because, you know, no one was expecting Vince Vaughn to be the Kakashi, but it is canon. They did confirm it, so I'm sorry if that was a spoiler, if that bothers you, but news alert, Kakashi is played by Vince Vaughn. They actually mocapped Vince Vaughn, and he does all his own stunts, so anytime you see Kakashi flipping and shooting off jutsus in Naruto, just know that's Vince Vaughn doing his thing. And we gotta make him saying something cool, because, you know, Kakashi's defined by his ability to always say the right thing in the right circumstance. He's always giving that advice to his team. So we're gonna say, you know, Naruto, you might be a giant dumb loser, but death will remove you from this earth sooner than later. Get wrecked, you schmuck. And you know, that might seem a little harsh, but you know, Kakashi's just been through the ringer. He's dealt with a lot of genin that have given him a lot of strife, and Naruto has given him the most strife ever. You know, ever since Naruto took a big dookie right in Kakashi's running shorts. You know, because Naruto likes to sneak into Kakashi's apartment and take mystery dumps in his drawers. All over his house, just leave little mystery dumps. You know, Kakashi's just sick of it. He is done. So he is just waiting for Naruto to bite the last bullet. But yeah, you know, I think we're gonna end it there. You know, I might come back and draw Naruto at some point, but you know, I got all of Team 7 done, and they're looking spiffy. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you like, you know, leave a little comment or a like if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, no big deal. Go play outside. Go run around in traffic. I mean, brightly dressed, of course. You gotta make sure the cars see you, but you know, just have a good time. Have a good day. Goodbye. Whoa, Sasuke's so cool. With his black hair that he dyed from Spencer's, his old navy shirt, his shorts from Aeropostale, and those Nikes. Those supposed to be expensive.
Hey Naruto, why don't you give yourself a fuck? Knucklehead.
Yeah.